Welcome to the Wedding Songs Podcast, featuring newly released songs you need to know and the tried and true classics. Get song ideas from the time guests arrive until the last dance of the reception. And now your host, Matt Campbell, founder of MyWeddingSongs.com.
Welcome, everybody, to the Wedding Songs Podcast. I am Matt Campbell. Today is the second part of a three-part series. The first part was last week, the first dance songs. Then this week's the father-daughter dance songs, and next week's the mother-son dance songs. All three very important dances during a wedding reception. But what's unique about this episode, it is targeting the father figures of your life and maybe the relationship of your father figure as well. So I'm going to give you the popular father-daughter dance songs along with unique alternatives in the same style, same theme, same genre, all of that. And then also based on the relationships. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one on the list is I Loved Her First by Heartland. This has been a very popular country first dance song since being first released. But the alternative to that is Your Daddy Loves You by Gil Scott-Heron, a great song that's really gained in popularity the last few years. Of course, I have to mention My Little Girl by Tim McGraw, but an alternative to that is Daddy's Girl by Channing Gillespie, a great song to play that fits that same style, same tempo, same mood. This Dance by Scott Thomas Lofbridge. You're thinking to yourself, oh, I haven't heard too much about this song. Well, this one has really been gaining in popularity recently. And the alternative to this one is Father-Daughter Dance by Craig Cardiff. Now, this song really was specifically written for a dance song, kind of like Scott's song as well. It's a great song that really highlights the dancing of the father and the daughter. Of course, one of the greatest father-daughter songs of all time has a fun tempo to it. It's My Girl by The Temptations. It's still going strong today, but my alternative to that is Shining Star by The Manhattans, another up-tempo fun song to play. Butterfly Kisses by Bob Carlyle. This extremely long song that hopefully that brides that are picking this are choosing to shorten it a little bit. The song Dance with My Daughter by Jason Blaine is another very sentimental song to play for your father-daughter dance. My Wish by Rascal Flatts. And my alternative to that in the country genre is Martina McBride's song Anyway. She's known for so many songs, but this is just a great song to play for that moment. One of my personal favorites, Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. Another Stevie Wonder song as an alternative that I don't think gets enough credit is You Are the Sunshine of My Life. This song he dedicated to his daughter when she was born. Cinderella by Stephen Curtis Chapman in the Christian genre, and Beautiful Memory by Scott Keogh. Another two great songs to play for the Christian families that are out there. You'll Always Be My Baby by Alan Jackson. Rewrote this as well in a recent album for his three daughters that I think one is now married. And the alternative is Will Dempsey's song Moments into Memories. Two songs up next. Both have daughter in the title. The first one is Daughters by John Mayer. And the alternative to that is a fun song by Ben Rector called Daughter. A very popular song in the rock genre is Paul Simon's song Father and Daughter. But if you're looking for the perspective of the daughter, then Mayrin Taylor's song Dads and Daughters, it fits perfectly for the moment. The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra has been in several wedding movies and has been played for the father-daughter dance. My alternative to that is Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. It was in a Disney Tarzan movie soundtrack, but the new song Good Hands by Kylie Morgan was specifically written for a father figure and daughter for their wedding. Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. My alternative to that is Glitter in the Air by Pink. I love this song for the pop fans. And also Landslide by the Chicks. I have Lake Street Drive with I Can Change. Next up is The Man Who Loves You the Most, Zach Brown, a great song by the perspective of the father, and the perspective from the daughter is Jax and her song Like My Father. I love how it talks about the father loving the mother. Just a great song to play for a wedding day, even if it's not for this moment. I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack, with the alternative The Climb by Miley Cyrus, Wildflowers by Tom Petty, with the alternative Good Hands by Johnny and Heidi. Now, if you haven't heard of Johnny and Heidi, I interviewed them a few podcasts ago and also have an interview on our website as well. So make sure you check them out. I'm a huge fan, and they're great singer songwriter duo, husband and wife. Because You Love Me by Celine Dion was really popular in the 90s and still has some popularity today. But my favorite alternative is When God Made You My Father by Riley Roth. A great song to play for this moment. Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. It's a great song that doesn't have the lovey-dovey feel to it. Tell Me Twice by Chase Beckham. He won American Idol one year, and this song he dedicated to his mother. A great song that's not going to be played for every wedding parent dance. Next up, Stand By Me by Ben E. King. You know, this has been a popular song to play for the first dance and also a parent dance, but I really like One Call Away by Charlie Puth, just a little bit better. Has that old time feel and still hits the message for that song as well about being there. It Won't Be This Way for Long by Darius Rucker, with Taylor Swift as an alternative and her song Never Grow Up. You always see this song played for graduation soundtracks just because it's about parents not wanting their kids to grow up. And next up is Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Well, it's not your typical parent dance just because it's really about two lovers, but everybody takes the meaning because their daughters have brown eyes. But as an alternative is Sweet Pea by Amos Lee. I love this alternative. It's a little bit more upbeat. Brides and their fathers can have fun with this dance song. Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. This is a popular father-daughter song for the hair band rockers. And as an alternative, Walk With You by Edwin McCain. Forever Young by Rod Stewart's a popular song because he dedicated this song to his kids. And I love Story of Love by Bon Jovi, a great parent dance song, especially the father-daughter. And the last one for alternatives and popular is Dance with My Father by Luther Vandross. The alternative was actually played on an award show, First Man by Camila Cabella. So there you have it, popular and unique alternatives. Time for a short break to let you know about the Wedding Music Toolkit. This 28-page book will guide you through picking all the songs that are needed for the wedding ceremony and reception. Plus, it includes a wedding day timeline, day of wedding checklist, and also popular and unique alternatives to wedding moments such as the processional, recessional, first dance, and last dance. So make sure you check out the Wedding Music Toolkit. It is available on Amazon and on my website, myweddingsongs.com. Now, back to the show. Next up, I want to talk about dad and daughter dance songs by their relationship. So these next songs were specifically written for a dad and daughter dance. Like I mentioned, Scott Thomas Lofbridge, Dance with My Daughter, Jason Blaine, Father-Daughter Dance, Craig Cardiff, Never Give You Away, Grade Sestra Productions, and Beautiful Memory by Scott Gio. Dad's Love for His Daughter. So this is one from the dad's perspective. You'll Always Be My Baby, Alan Jackson. My Little Girl, Tim McGraw. I Loved Her First, Heartland. Walk With You, Edwin McCain. The Man Who Loves You the Most, Zach Brown Band. Moments into Memories, Will Dempsey. Butterfly Kisses, Bob Carlyle. Your Daddy Loves You, Gil Scott Heron. Daddy's Girl, Channing Gillespie. And Cinderella by Stephen Curtis Chapman. Next up is from the girl's love for her dad, and that is When God Made You My Father, Riley Roth. Good Hands by Johnny and Heidi. Dads and Daughters, Marin Taylor. Daddy's Little Girl by The Shires and Daddy Dance With Me by Crystal Keith. Now, here's one that just puts Dad in a high regard. So, Like My Father by Jax, Half the Man by Jennifer Medstad, First Man, Camila Cabella, Like My Daddy by Nanisa Tyson, You'll Always Be My Hero by Ashley Marina, and one of my favorites that's a little hidden gem, Not All Heroes Wear Capes by Owl City. Next up is a relationship about being there for each other. So Good Hands by Kylie Morgan. She's Somebody's Daughter, the wedding version, Drew Baldrich. Call My Name, Luke Graham. That's a little hidden gem. Never Alone by Jim Brickman featuring Lady Antebellum. Your Joy by Chrisette Michelle. You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. There You'll Be by Faith Hill, a very popular song to play for this moment. Like I said before, One Call Away by Charlie Puth and Stand By Me by Benny King, but also I'll Be There by Jackson 5. How about fun dances to play that might be a little bit unexpected? This is something that a lot of couples are searching for is Your Mama Don't Dance by Loggins and Messina, My Girl by The Temptations, Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder, Sweet Pea by Amos Lee, Shining Star by the Manhattans, and You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. How about if the bride and her dad are just friends? You've Got a Friend by James Taylor, You're My Best Friend by Queen, and In My Life by the Beatles. But what if Daddy wants to dedicate a song to his daughter for during the dance? So Forever Young by Rod Stewart, Find Your Wings by Mark Harris, Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw, My Wish by Rascal Flatts, and Wildflowers by Tom Petty. Next up is what if a daughter wants to dedicate a song to her dad that she's grown up now? She's no longer a little girl, she's a woman. The first song is You Can Let Go by Crystal Shawanda, Ready, Set, Don't Go, Billy Ray Cyrus with Miley Cyrus, There Goes My Life by Kenny Chesney, Time to Let You Go by Quixotic Sound, and You're a Big Girl Now by the Stylistics. That's a fun song to play too. Now, how about a song to play for every father and daughter that's out there that fits most relationships? I'm going to say almost all relationships. And that is Lovely Day by Bill Withers, Three Little Birds by Bob Marley, What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong, Teach Your Children by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, I'm Happy Just to Dance with You by the Beatles, and of course, Over the Rainbow by Iz. How about a song for a single dad and his daughter? For My Daughter by Kane Brown, Baby Father by Sade, and Rich Man by Little Big Town. What if you have a stepdad and a stepdaughter? Step by Step by Brandon Davis, My Boy, but it's the My Girl version by Elvie Shane. And what if you're dancing with your father-in-law? Well, then I have I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack, Family Affair by Mary J. Blige for something more upbeat, and Family is Family by Casey Musgraves. What if the bride's dancing with her grandpa, grandfather, granddaddy? Well, then I would play Grandpa, Tell Me About the Good Old Days by the Judds, Grandpa's Baby Girl by Terry Wagenschultz, and also Grandpa Told Me So by Kenny Chesney. Finally, what if the bride is going to dance with her brother? So then we have Brother and Sisters by Coldplay, Come Dancing by the Kinks, because it talks about him and his sister, Sister to a Brother by Rob Finley. It describes the relationship between a sister and a brother. So there you have it, a few father and daughter dance songs to play for your wedding day. If you want to listen to the songs, unfortunately, I can't do it on this episode because I don't have the copyrights to do so. So you can go to our website, myweddingsongs.com, to check out and play these songs. This is, like I said in the beginning, part 2. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the mother and son dance songs to play. Thanks for listening and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Wedding Songs Podcast. Never miss a future episode. Subscribe today to our podcast. Follow us on Facebook at My Wedding Songs and send us a message about playlists you would like covered.